As training camp approaches, all eyes are on Culliston Lovelin and the condition of his shoulder injury. This rookie's health is going to be a major storyline for the Bears heading into what could be a pivotal season. Lovelin recently spoke at his first annual football camp, and while he sounded optimistic, he made it clear that things are still in the early stages. He mentioned that there haven't been any live bullets flying yet, meaning no full contact or game speed collisions so far. The real test, he said, will come once camp starts in earnest and the pads go on. Catching passes and doing light lifting are one thing, but the real challenge comes when he faces hits from linebackers, safeties, and defensive linemen during full contact drills. The shoulder feels good right now, but the big question is, how? It will hold up once the physicality ramps up. Football isn't played in slow motion, and the moment TJ Edwards or another defender drives into him at full speed, that shoulder will be put to the test. Of course, the Bears aren't running full on. Oklahoma drills like they did in the 70s, but there's no avoiding contact once training camp progresses past the first few days. Given this, the odds are Lovelin might not be cleared immediately for full contact work. While everyone hopes he can hit the ground running at 100% from day one, the vibe suggests a more cautious ramp-up. The schedule to watch is clear. Rookies, including Lovelin and the quarterbacks, report on the 19th of July, with veterans arriving 3 days later. The first open practice for fans is slated for the 25th, but the actual first full team practice likely happens a day or two before, though that isn't confirmed yet. The preseason opener is against the Miami Dolphins on August 10th. And ideally, Lovelin will be ready to contribute by then. Even if he's not quite at 100% by late July, getting up to 85 or 90% and continuing to build from there would be a strong sign of progress. If he can participate fully by the joint practice on August 8th, that would be a significant boost, since those practices offer the next level of competitive reps that really test a player's readiness. It's clear that the Bears didn't spend their 10th overall draft pick on Lovelin just to have him sit on the sidelines. The organization and fans want him involved early and often. Of course, there's some breathing room given the presence of Cole Kmet, the established tight end, so Lovelin doesn't have to carry the load alone this season, but easing him in too gently could mean missing out on the playmaking potential he brings. This guy is not just another rookie. He's a weapon the Bears want integrated into their passing game from the get-go. Looking at offensive schemes last season, the Detroit Lions, under Ben Johnson, leaned heavily on two tight end sets, especially using less experienced tight ends, alongside Kmet. Detroit ran these formations on about 32% of their snaps, which ranked third highest in the NFL. Given that, it makes sense the Bears would want to at least flirt with those numbers or approach them. If Luther Burden, a rookie wide receiver, proves to be as good as hoped, that could shift personnel groupings to a more 3 wide receiver sets, but that doesn't diminish the importance of giving Lovelin plenty of playing time. He's expected to be a major contributor. With all that in mind, the general feeling is that Lovelin won't be at full health right when camp starts. We'll likely have more clarity in the coming week as practice unfolds. And it's not just about health, it's about production. When the season's over and the stats are tallied, who will have the better numbers? Will Lovelin outproduce Kmet or vice versa? That's a hot topic among fans right now, and opinions vary widely. Switching gears to the wide receiver situation around the league, Jawan Jennings has become a focal point. Recently, it came to light that Jennings is seeking either a new contract or a trade. Despite the fact that the San Francisco 49ers extended him last year to a 2-year deal worth around $15 million, Jennings feels he deserves a fresh look this offseason. Last year was something of a breakout for him, as he racked up nearly 1,000 receiving yards, stepping up while Brandon Ayuk and others dealt with injuries. The tension around Jennings' future raises questions about how the 49ers will handle their receiving core moving forward. Now, the Bears themselves are unlikely to get involved in a trade for Jennings. Their wide receiver room is crowded with talent already, including DJ Moore, Romeo Doubs, Luther Burden, and Amari Rodgers. While Jennings is a strong contested catch receiver and a reliable blocker, the Bears have more pressing needs elsewhere on the roster, which means they won't be prioritizing acquiring him. However, this situation still matters to Chicago fans because the Bears and 49ers face off in Week 17 this season. a game that could carry wildcard implications. If the 49ers lose Jennings before then, it could weaken their offense significantly. With Brandon Ayuk still rehabbing from a multi-ligament knee injury and Ricky Pearsall still an unknown quantity after a gunshot wound sidelined him previously, San Francisco's receiving options could be limited. Losing Jennings or having him miss time could tip the balance in favor of the Bears in that late season showdown, making this a storyline worth monitoring. San Francisco does have cap space, but how much they are willing to pay Jennings remains an open question. There are reports that Jennings wants a deal in the range of the Jerry Jeudy or Cooper Kupp contracts, which hover around $15 to $17.5 million annually. That's on the high side for someone who only recently broke out as a major contributor. Realistically, a figure between 13 and 15 million might be more reasonable given Jennings' overall career trajectory. Primarily a role player and blocker before last season's spike in production. If Jennings hits the trade block, the market might only yield a 4th or 5th round pick in return. San Francisco would likely want a 2-year, $30 million deal with $20 million guaranteed to keep him around. Despite the complexities, Jennings does hold some leverage, especially considering the injuries and uncertainties within the 49ers receiving group. Kyle Shanahan, the head coach, isn't under immediate pressure, but the team clearly invested heavily in Brock Purdy, their quarterback, who needs reliable targets around him to thrive. Without Jennings, that supporting cast looks thin. For Bears fans, keeping an eye on the Jennings situation makes sense. Even though a direct trade seems unlikely, if he ends up missing time or going to an AFC team, the Bears could benefit indirectly. The NFC North race is shaping up to be competitive, and wildcard spots will be hotly contested. The Bears need every advantage they can get. Who will emerge as the stronger team between Chicago and San Francisco? It's hard to say at this point. The 49ers have the advantage of experience and a softer schedule, but they come off a disappointing year and have lost key players. The Bears are still building and hoping to run the NFC North in 2025, but that remains to be seen. Either way, the showdown in Week 17 is shaping up to be a crucial test. Beyond the immediate concerns surrounding Lovelin's health and Jawan Jennings' contract situation, the broader picture for the Chicago Bears as they head into training camp is one filled with cautious optimism mixed with the reality of a rebuilding roster. The Bears front office and coaching staff understand that the road to competing for the NFC North title won't be easy, but they're committed to laying the foundation for future success, starting with player development and strategic acquisitions. The team prepares to welcome rookies and veterans alike. There's an unmistakable buzz around the organization and its fan base. The offseason has been full of discussions about how the Bears will deploy their offensive weapons, especially with new faces who could potentially change the dynamic of the team. While Lovelin's role as a tight end is critical, there's also curiosity about the contributions of young receivers like Luther Burden. Burden has flashed tantalizing potential during preseason activities and practices, showing an ability to create separation and make tough catches in traffic. His presence on the roster adds an intriguing layer to the Bears' passing game, suggesting the possibility of diverse personnel groupings and creative play calling. The Bears' coaching staff is clearly invested in getting the most out of their offensive weapons. With the recent emphasis on 2 tight end sets around the league, especially in the NFC North, Chicago is poised to adopt similar strategies to maximize matchup advantages. Tight ends like Cole Kmet and Lovelin offer unique versatility, able to both block effectively and stretch the field. This dual threat capability allows the Bears to keep defenses guessing, balancing power running formations with quick passing attacks. It's a chess match, and the Bears want to be several moves ahead. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a development that's sending shockwaves through the NFL community, whispers have begun circulating that the Chicago Bears may be preparing to make an audacious move for none other than Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen. While nothing has been confirmed by either organization, sources close to league insiders suggest that talks or at least exploratory discussions, may be quietly unfolding behind the scenes. Allen, widely regarded as one of the league's premier signal callers, has been the face of the Bills franchise since being drafted in 2018. Known for his cannon arm, fearless scrambling ability, and fiery leadership, Allen has carried Buffalo to multiple playoff appearances and has firmly established himself as a top-tier QB. So why would such a seismic shift even be on the table? Several theories are gaining traction. Some speculate that the Bills, after years of falling just short of Super Bowl glory, may be considering a bold restructuring, possibly driven by cap space issues or a desire to pivot their offensive identity. Meanwhile, the Bears, who recently drafted Caleb Williams as the future of their franchise, are rumored to be leaving no stone unturned in evaluating elite-level experience to accelerate their rebuild. Could this be a mentorship opportunity? Or perhaps a radical quarterback carousel is in the works, with Allen as a centerpiece in a larger multi-team deal. The possibilities are fueling endless speculation. Still, many in the league remain skeptical. Moving a superstar quarterback in his prime is practically unheard of, especially when that player is deeply embedded in the identity of the team. And yet the NFL is no stranger to unexpected trades and blockbuster moves, just as fans who witnessed the sudden departures of legends like Tom Brady and Russell Wilson from their longtime franchises. For now, it's all whispers and what-ifs. But in a league where perception can quickly turn into reality, the thought of Josh Allen donning the navy and orange of Chicago has fans and analysts alike watching the horizon for smoke and maybe fire. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.